Okay, today we back on the boat. The boys in the water. A big green. We will catch that. Who put in on sunscreen? This way, man. We in the water today. I wear my life jacket, but I have my Superman chest vest. So today gonna be super. Hopefully you like it.
Medium to small.
Okay guys, welcome back. We see Benson in the water. Now this episode is probably the middle part of the journey. That's actually the last 2 days with my GoPro functioning. I probably woke up in a bad mood that morning. There wasn't a lot of smiles early on. But yeah, we were in the water again. We were having turtles really early. It was a good day. Some good stuff ahead. The other thing too, look at that face. I like to apologize for not having a jovial smile. But yeah, we're gonna have one more episode after this one. So this is the penultimate episode of the series. So remember to hit up the comments, like the video. Any question you have, put it out there. You know, we love the comments. The comments make this thing really push. So yeah, tag along. Hopefully it's good today. It was really busy on the boat. I said at one point we had 3 turtles, and as soon as we got one off in the water, there was another one coming up. So greens, they're all greens on the boat right now. You can see Praggy's holding a green, Kate is holding a green. I think Claire had the other one, I'm not sure. Well yeah, floop, 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 floop. Just a quick recap for the people just tuning into this episode. We were camping on a Hawksbill Turtle nesting island, a secret island. We call it Quail Island. And every 3 to 4 days we're doing in water. We have divers in the water. So we're doing monitoring and assessment of hard shell species, primarily green turtle and Hawksbill turtle. Now the Hawksbill turtle, we're doing also in-water surveys as well as night surveys because they're nesting on this island. You can see here we're getting carapace measurements. We also do taggings and get blood sampling from each of these turtle. This is to get a lot of background information, to know what's the status of our population, also to set up a database for monitoring in future. You can have normal blood values. We also do DNA analysis of this blood to see which population are these turtle related to. Are they just from the region? Do they come from somewhere else in the world? But yeah, you can see here by now, you know I'm pretty competent with the blood draw techniques. We're also going to be designing a methodology for blood draws. Yeah, it was a really fast turnover. I just love to see those turtles swim away. They're free! Of course, those of you in the other side of the world don't know how enjoyable this is to eat a fresh mango in the middle of the ocean after being on an island for 6 days. We got a shipment up from the mainland. Yeah, we were back to the rough waters. Now you know I wear my life jacket when we're in the rough waters because, man, I ain't taking no chances. I don't float. But there you can see the back end of Round Island. It's a pretty big island actually, and there we can see Diamond, which hopefully in the future would be a reserve for seabird nesting. But yeah, soon as we were over there, they were turtle in the boats and we were back at it again. I'd like to apologize for the lack of protective gear on the hand. Seemingly we had some issues with communication and a lot of our supplies did not make it on this trip. But I got Praggy to help this time, because man, oh man, that last big male from the other boat, they trained me. So the big ones were coming, and this one you can see here is a giant female hawksbill, man. Thank God she wasn't biting, because she would have got Praggy right there in the belly, but she wasn't easy to handle. You can see the struggle sometime, man. She escaped in the boat. It's chaos sometime, but we got it sorted. Remember, we're doing all of this on a very small wooden speedboat. There are divers in the water. We don't have this massive equipment. It's a low funded project. But yeah, you can see there again my blood draw techniques. Now at this stage I'm pretty comfortable with sea turtle blood draw. So forgive me if it looks different to what you've seen in probably the demonstrated video. Yeah, it was probably our busiest day in that trip, man. There you can see Claire with another small green in her hands, while this huge female, she was a big one. Now most hawksbill turtle try to bite you, And when you have two people walking a turtle, because these animals can be very heavy, this one is probably close to 200 pounds, given. And when you're walking with such a large animal that can injure you, you need to be very careful. Also, you don't want to injure her in the process. But she was released safely. Thanks again, little one. There is Praggy holding a juvenile green turtle. They are fairly straightforward to deal with. Okay, so just to give you a run through of the procedure. Now I'm going to do all the work up on this single turtle here. Now the divers would catch this turtle in the water. They hand it over to the people on the boat. We have flipper tags. They're all numbered. These tags are then have a sheet where we start taking the necessary information for the turtles. We're going to tag both flipper. You normally use the largest scoot you can find, which is most time the second scoot from the armpit. We get these flipper tags on. It will stay there for a few years, hopefully. The one we found with the longest was from maybe 10 years ago that we found here that Ocean Spirits actually tagged. The next thing we're going to do is take carapace measurements. So the carapace is what you know as a turtle shell. We're going to do the length, the width, 2 length measurements, 1 width. After that, now the veterinarian would take blood samples. Again, the blood samples is there for processing later on to find out DNA information as well as other stuff we can learn from these turtles, and then this beautiful specimen would be released. Now the one we're working with here is a juvenile green turtle. They're fairly passive. Green turtles no longer known to breed in Grenada. The closest breeding population would be in Barbados. So some of these turtles would have come over from Barbados, and this study would prove this theory, or they could have come from the US or somewhere else. Sea turtles are known to migrate across the world. Yeah, but most importantly, when we finish with this turtle, it is released back in the same waters in which we caught it from, so it can live another day.
This is how to be. In the ocean. Big girl. Stand up on the back of the boat. Help me up. You need your own show, you know that? Like the bee waking me. Me toes. Flippy. To infinity and beyond.
Yeah, for this part, I was in the water for a little bit. Zoe found a shark hidden in a small cave below a really shallow reef. It was about maybe 15 feet of water there, 20 feet tops. And the shark was pretty deep in. So he went down to get footage of it. So have a look. See where this shark. It's a nurse shark. They're pretty common in the region. And they're not really dangerous. Well, no sharks are really dangerous unless you go tampering with them. But these nurse sharks, they're more active at night, so it's sleeping in the day. So have a look at this beautiful specimen where it's sleeping. It's a fairly sizable shark. We've seen a few on this trip. Yeah, I went to see if I could see it myself, but I had no luck. These 2 lionfish there are pretty lucky I did not have anything on the boat that day. They would have been dinner. Remember, eat as much lionfish as you can, because the sharks don't even eat them. Today we cooking some chicken soup. Yeah, I make carrot, I make onion, what we call this thing, onions and potato and carrot. And we'll season up some chicken from the island because we both come up today. I tired eat fish, today we eating chicken. Let's see how to make dumpling. Let's see how to make dumpling. Well, I get him back all my hydration, all my little energy. Look at the chicken soup. Yes, boy. All if we live it can cook. Welcome to the Breezy Barber Shop. Of course, both days are the longest and we have night patrols to do just as well. I was barefooted, as you can see, and it's interesting that actually it's much easier for me to walk barefooted on these beaches, even with all the rock and debris. I did bust my foot in a couple days later from this video though, so don't try this at home. But yeah, we had a couple of old girls coming up. The usual stuff, they were always hesitant. The older females seem to just go around, search for a spot. If they don't like it, they move around a lot until they get bunkered in. Yeah, with these old girls you can see a lot of barnacles on them, a lot of damages to the carapace. The back of the carapace, you notice here, is very smooth. It's not a lot of sharpness there. That's because they're pretty aged up. But yeah, this girl came, she found a good spot, got bunkered in, started her nesting process. We stuck with her and then did the processing after she started laying, did the carapace measurements, took blood sampling. It was pretty cool. So enjoy the last bit of her. That would probably be the last night video on my GoPro. So enjoy it. Hopefully you like this episode, you like what we're doing. If you want to support this work, you can always reach out to Ocean Spirits. See if you can volunteer during the nesting season or something. We do loads of stuff around the Tri-Island state with sea turtles, both hard shells and leatherbacks. So reach out if you want to be part of something too, because these species are disappearing. Well, come back to the camp. Look who's trying to raid my dinner. These boys could climb everywhere. Oi, I feed you. You come here and try to raid my dinner. These giant hermit crabs, eh? Look at it compared to my foot. Big fella here. Oi, say welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Middle of a thunderstorm. Let's see how the tent will make it there. Today there was so much rain last night. Fresh water. Everything wet. Fresh water. That tent looked like it gonna get flooded. My tent, well, I'm on the weather side. All my clothes, thank God I have dry clothes, eh? The horizon is just rain, man. It's rain today, it's gonna be a lot of rain. The hammock is dry though. Well, I think my hammock is just about dying. Oh man, that's sad, that's sad. That sucks. Shit. There goes my hammock. Gonna enjoy the last couple swings. The way it sounds like it's gonna go down with me today. Well, I'm watching some cricket highlights. Well, look at the storm coming, man. Watch the rain on top of that island. That coming straight towards us. It's gonna be a rainy day today. Ain't no sunshine anymore. Only darkness and the rain. It's gonna be a wet day. Let's see what happens today. I'll be in my tent. What they say, when you get lemon, make lemonade. When you get fresh water, wash your pants. The whole tarpaulin has like all this fresh water collection. Good place to wash my pants, eh? This is how you harvest water. Shit, all the water waste. This is how you wash clothes in the island when you do the washing machine. Proper washing machine. This is what a nicely packed tent look like. Let me see. First time I'm peeping inside the water, sleeping bag. So organized, eh? Tomorrow I will show you what mine look like. And mine don't look so. Fruit ready to eat. More in. When you're playing AKQ Jack 10 and you know the card, what day is the card you need? King of Hearts. Take licks. It's a crab party. No format crab in the place. Okay, so this is actually my last night video on the GoPro. Not the last one. But yeah, you can see here, this was also an old female. I think this one had a problem with her hind flippers. They were smaller than normal. But she was digging fairly fast. And you can just get a look at how these turtles operate, man. They're amazing. These creatures have been around for thousands, millions of years. And they've adapted to coming up, living in the sea, coming to the land to nest. It's beautiful. Take a moment to appreciate this, because we do not know how long we will have these opportunities to see such majestic creatures. Although there is 5 months protection for hard shells in the air, there is a lot of poaching during the nesting season. It is also legal in Grenada to hunt these turtles for 7 months in the year, even though they are critically endangered. So look here, the nesting efforts, the nest success rate is reasonably high with Hawksbill Turtle, but we cannot depend on nesting alone to protect this species. We need to put our foot down and give them some real protection, or else our kids and grandkids wouldn't even know what it's like to be there while one of these prehistoric giants are actually laying their eggs. This is just beautiful. This is amazing. Hopefully the work we're doing can have some impact in protecting the species. Don't forget, if you want to help, if you want to be part, reach out to Ocean Spirits. Ocean Spirits are always doing something for sea turtle conservation, sea turtle research around Grenada throughout the year. Reach out to them. You can volunteer. We always need people on the ground. We have a sea turtle hotline in case you see a nesting turtle, a stranded turtle. Reach out if you want to be part of something. You want to help the species, you want to be part, you want to make a difference. Reach out to Ocean Spirits. You can also reach out to Dr. Carter Fett, or you can leave comments. Leave a comment in the video to know if you had any experience with turtles before, what you think we should do going forward to protect the species. We'd love to hear from you. They're easy to catch. Scorpion. The Scorpion King. Okay, let me get some measurements. You don't find out make a good tattoo? Scorpion King. Right there, so? Just bigger? Yeah, man. All you find? Tattoo.
Trail to the other part of the island. Much calmer volcanic rocks here. We bring Big Betsy today for the lionfish. Recycled fishing gear carrier. Let's see what we get when we get over there. It's a small hike, about 2 miles. See, beautiful, you can see all the canopy. This is what the interior of the island looks like. Loads of rocks everywhere. Beauties of nature. So peaceful, so tranquil. All you could hear is my footsteps. Life, the most prickly things can have the most beautiful flowers, man. Look at those beautiful red dragon fruit looking flower on this cactus. I mean, you don't want to touch it, but it's beautiful. It's a different terrain, you see. All those lucina trees. Oh, look at ground dove in front there. Sorry, Mr. Ground Dove. There are also plum trees that could have been here for decades. It's beautiful. Another one of those ancient holding with the water troughs. I think these were water tanks because they have water troughs on the side. So I figured they were tanks kept for water for the animals. It's the only logical thing, eh? What do you think? You come right looking down on this bay. Nice little beach there for bathing. We're gonna be snorkeling out here. Most of the lionfish we caught was out there, but we swim from all the way on the other end. Look at how beautiful it is. Hopefully we get some good footage in the water. Today we bring out Big Betsy and the short fin. Pressure!
Okay guys, this is probably the most painful video to put together right now. I brought out Big Betsy. Now Big Betsy is a very unruly spear gun, but we were only looking for lionfish. So you can see here that I'm struggling a bit just to get it in order. But yeah, why it's painful is not even because of the gun, eh? It's because that's the last dive with my GoPro functioning. So to give you some background story, the videos you've seen in the water so far and most on the land was all filmed with my Hero 9 Black. I got the new GoPro when I came back from Africa. I bought it in the US. I was super excited because the quality is great. But we went in as normal. We were diving. It had about 30% battery life left last I checked. Take a moment to appreciate how beautiful this coral reef. There was a really healthy coral ecosystem over there. But yeah, so it was about 30%. I think I was doing some filming, was trying to get some fish up close. You'll see it later on. Kate was probably doing some filming, and yeah, okay, this is some healthy, beautiful corals, man. Look at these corals, man. That is just amazing. It's good to see on this uninhabited island how healthy the reefs are. But yeah, back to the GoPro now. So this GoPro was good, brand new GoPro, never fell, never anything, did everything. The seal closed, it was recording, and all of a sudden the thing, it went off, it stopped working, it cut off. So I just took it for granted that the battery was dead. Put it away, got back to camp, and the GoPro, when you put it on, there was water inside of the GoPro, so the seal malfunctioned. So please appreciate with me, that was the last few moments of my functioning brand new Hero 9. I've tried to contact the company since then. I have no luck, so I'm not sure if I'll get it back on the warranty, but let's see. So far it's been almost 2 months since this happened. I've only had it a month before that, so let's see. So appreciate the last bit of in-water time from the GoPro. Thanks again for tuning into this episode. This would be the end of this episode. We have enough footage otherwise to make one more episode, so I'm going to end it with the next episode. We spent 15 days out there. It was pretty routine after that, exploring the island, exploring the reefs, catching lionfish, cooking, doing in-water studies with the sea turtle. It was fun. So hopefully you like this one. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe now, click the notification bell, like this video, leave a comment.